All right, so now we're going to talk about rewriting these radical expressions in terms of rational exponents. So we're going to deal with the square root of 81 and the cube root of 125. All right, so we can rewrite 81, the square root of 81, as 81 raised to the, and the square root is going to translate to an exponent of 1/2. Okay, and that 2 is where the square root is coming from, so 1/2. So this would be rewritten 81 to the 1/2. So the cube root, likewise, 125 raised to the cube root, it's going to be 1/3. So same idea, if I had the fourth root of 16, it would be 16 raised to the 1/4, because the fourth root. Okay? So then another extension on that is what happens if we have the two-step problem where we did before the cube root of 125 squared. So we're going to do the same exact thing. We're going to rewrite it. So the inside piece becomes 125. The cube root is raised to the 1/3. And then we have squared on the outside. And now we can use our properties of exponents rules, which says when you have an exponent raised to an exponent, we can multiply them. So I can do 1/3 times 2/1. So that is 125 to the 2/3. Okay? And that's my final answer. All right, and then we can kind of go backwards from that. If I gave you 4 to the 3/2, I can kind of go backwards and I can split it up into 3 is on the outside, and on the inside is 4 raised to the 1/2. Okay, so that would be 3 times 1/2 will give you 3/2. So then on the inside, if I wanted to write it as a radical, it would be square root of 4 raised to the 3rd. So we can kind of go from one form to the other. All right, so let's try one more. And we can do, let's see, 81 to the 1/4. Let's make it a little bit more challenging. Let's do 3/4. All right, so 81 to the 3/4. So that would be 81 on the outside would be 3. On the inside would be 1/4, because that would give you 3/4 if we multiply them. And then the inside, this is 1/4, so that is the fourth root of 81 raised to the 3rd. Okay, and when we have it written in this form, then we could always evaluate these like we did in the first set. All right, give it a shot.